As English colonies in North America grew and matured, they began to be classified as New England, Middle, or Southern colonies based off, among other things, what type of food they ate.
A colonist's diet had many influences. In New England, the majority of people farmed to support themselves and lived from harvest to harvest. The conditions often dictated what type of food the farmers grew, as New England's cold winters and rocky soil caused many crops to fail. They learned to cultivate maize, squash, lima beans, lettuce, potatoes, and cranberries. They raised animals such as sheep, pigs, and cattle. To supplement their diet, they fished. The most common fish was cod. In addition to cod, colonists would occasionally eat shark and whale meat. These and other sea creatures were incorporated into soups and stews. New England's culinary culture was a blend of England and Native American foods. They also incorporated the meal-sized staple drinks and certain foods from the other colonies.
Although the Middle Colonies experienced both hot summers and cold winters, its ethnic diversity had a larger impact on its food. English, Dutch, Quaker, German, Irish, and Scottish, and more all contribute to the diverse diet of the colonists. Most meals, starting with the early breakfast of porridge and bread, were cooked in a large pot over the fire. Supper was a light end-of-the-day meal that consisted of a number of foods, including porridge, gruel, meats, and pies. The climate and geography of the colonies determined what types of food they added to the basic meals. For instance, at lunch, which was in all colonies the major meal of the day, those in Pennsylvania may have hunted game as opposed to a man in New Jersey who would have had better access to fish. To complement the first course of dinner, which usually consisted of some meats, were vegetables grown in the area, pancakes, and then a dessert of fruits, tarts, cakes, and other sweets. People in the Middle Colonies were especially large drinkers, who incorporated more than the customary cider into their beverages. They had wine, beers, ales, and liquor.
Similar to the rest of the colonies, colonists from Virginia, Maryland, North and South Carolina, and Georgia based their food on typical European cuisine. However, due to the fact that there was a much warmer climate, they based their food more heavily on the natives' diets. Another major source of food were the trade ships from the Caribbean and near Asia. They provided the settlers with food such as spices, pickles, and chocolates. The upper-class colonists could afford to buy roast beef and seafood similar to the aristocrats of the Old World. Those less fortunate relied on their staple crop, rice. Rice was included in almost every meal. Native Americans showed them foods like corn or maize, hominy, pole beans, and wild greens. Meats would mainly be chicken, turkey, or organ meats. In addition, Southern diet was influenced by the large number of slaves who added African cooking techniques to English food. The impact of lower-class cooking from Southern colonies is still visible today in soul food and Southern country cooking.